Today on the campaign to entertain, we are bringing Ho-oh and Zacian. This could potentially be a massive train wreck, but we're going to bring Ho-oh. I wanted to bring a Ho-oh a while ago, couldn't make it work. Let's try it now. I've had quite a bit of time, some new ideas have come up. So we are going to try out Ho-oh and Zacian with the same coaching Pheromosa from the last Groudon and Reshiram video. Main idea here is this Ho-oh has safety goggles to avoid getting sleep powdered or spored. It still get paralyzed, but we're gonna risk that. The nice thing about Ho-oh is it's a fire type, it's physical, it can't be burned, we don't have to worry about that. The safety goggles mitigate our sleep odds, so really paralysis and the odd freeze might be the only problem for it. Ho-oh has a very good special defense stat. It's got a moderately decent physical attack. Sacred Fire has very good burn rates. So I'm looking at you, Zacian. And maybe even you, Groudon. I don't know. Anyways, we have Ho-oh, we have Zacian, we have Pheromosa, we have Rillaboom, we have Grimmsnarl, and we have Wash Rotom. It's been a while since I've used Wash Rotom as well. I'm hoping to be able to get off a few nasty plot shenanigans. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell. We want to go for coaching, boost up Zacian or Ho-oh, see where we can go with that. Ironically, now that I'm looking at this, Groudon might be a slight problem, but let's see what happens. We got Rillaboom here, we got Fake Out for a little bit of support to try to get off that nasty plant. We have Grassy Glide for Kyogres, we got it for Groudons. We got screens from Grimmsnarl. Like I said, this has the potential to be a train wreck. Let's find out what happens. Okay, we have a Kyogre and Calyrex team with Torkoal, Venusaur, Grimmsnarl, and Zapdos. Okay, so let's see, what do we want to do? Ho-oh does like the Torkoal and Venusaur, so I don't think that's a terrible thing to have. We don't like the Kyogre though. We could maybe look into going for Fake Out with Rillaboom. I wouldn't mind leading Ho-oh because I can always max and go for a max Airstream to get a speed boost. Do I like the idea of leading Pheromosa and protecting? Because I could always get that Airstream boost, and then that way, if we're faster than Calyrex, we can go for coaching that way. Do I think Venusaur is focus sashed? That's the other thing. I think we'll bring Pheromosa. We'll bring Zacian in the back, and I think Grimmsnarl is probably good in the back as well, because we can always go for screens afterwards. Yeah. We're gonna try it. I do want to see, maybe, depending on what the lead is, because Pheromosa is probably getting outsped by Venusaur. That said, if I get a speed boost, that might be nice. Because one thing I don't want... Oh, it's Zapdos and Grimm. Okay. Not what I was expecting, but I'm okay with this. I don't know if I want to max Ho-oh right now. I do want to go for the coaching. Is Ho-oh slower or faster than Zapdos? That's actually a really good question. I don't know off the top of my head. We do have Recover and Regenerator, so I'm thinking maybe what we'll do... I'm thinking we'll go coaching into Ho-oh, get a little bit of attack power into it. They're maxing first, so that tells me Zapdos is faster. There's probably a Max Lightning coming my way, which is not ideal, but that's fine. Maybe I get lucky, they double into Pheromosa. Highly unlikely, but maybe I get lucky, they flare into Pheromosa. Pheromosa is the fastest thing on the field unless it takes a Fake Out, which You do see that off Grimmsnarl every once in a blue moon. We'll get big with Ho-oh. We'll see what happens. We are especially bulky. So, depending on what they want to do. Oh, there is the fake out. Okay. Well, at least I'm getting damage into Grimmsnarl. Yeah. The Focus Sash probably wouldn't have saved. Yeah, if I had protected, it probably would have brought me down to Focus Sash. So, that's unfortunate, but that is one thing that you gotta watch for when you're using Pheromosa in general. We went for Flare. Okay. Why did I think I went Airstream? That said, that's good damage into... I'm sorry, what? Okay. I was not expecting that at all. Okay, so I think we light screen, and I think we flare into Zapdos, because I can always Scary Face Zapdos too. Yeah, so we got the sun in our favor. We're gonna have a boosted max flare. If Zapdos wants to Airstream, that's fine. We'll lower the damage output with light screen. Fake Tears, okay. The light screen's gonna help me on this, so we'll get that. The Focus Sash is throwing me off on the Grim, but it is what it is. That's a good amount of damage to Ho-oh, and I don't like that. That said, they don't have any screens up yet, so this should be good damage into Ho-oh. Or Zapdos, yeah. I did not mean to say Zapdos, but anyways. We're going to max guard with Ho-oh. I'm going to Spirit Break into Grimmsnarl. And then I am going to maybe think about switching out Ho-oh or going for Recover. And I could Scary Face Zapdos too. Yeah, I want to get rid of Grim. Now, Zapdos is Life Orbed, but without the Fake Tears tech, that should be fine. And I'm also not throwing away any stat boosts on my Ho-oh, so... here's the problem. I really don't like that Torkoal. Okay, new plan. We Brave Bird into the Torkoal slot. And we Spirit Break into Zapdos. That makes me think Venusaur is the last one in the back. Grim's going to avoid the Heat Wave. That's nice. I'm surprised they didn't go for an Electric type attack into Ho-oh, but I'm good with that. I feel like Eruption's coming off Torkoal, so we'll try to reduce its damage output. We'll get our Spirit Break into Zapdos. That should be enough. Yeah, okay. No, they went Heat Wave, okay. Grimmsnarl got burned. Not ideal, but at least I could switch out a Ho-oh. If it's Venusaur, I'm more than okay with switching Ho-oh out. No, it's Calyrex. Okay. That thing is probably Focus Sashed. That said, maybe what I can do here is protect Ho-oh. Go for a Scary Face into Calyrex. We do have the light screen in our favor, so maybe what I can do is Maybe I can try to get this Scary Face off into Calyrex and lower its speed, and then that way get a little bit of chip into it with Ho-Oh. And then Zacian can come in. But I gotta do something about that Torkoal. That's the other thing too. I'm not opposed to sacking Ho-Oh, because maybe what I can do is I can Brave Bird into Torkoal, get some more damage, Spirit Break into Calyrex, and then that way Zacian can probably come in. Maybe. Or do I just want to double up into Calyrex? Because if I take myself out to my own recoil, I don't have to worry about Calyrex getting a Grimmsnarl boost. Okay, that works perfectly. So Torkoal protects. We're gonna hit Calyrex. We do take ourselves out, so Zacian gets to come in and not have to worry about switching into a fire type attack. Okay, they got a berry. That's not ideal, but we're gonna put them to -1. Trick Room. Okay. I was wondering about that. Okay. So that -2 speed on Calyrex is actually going to help them. But would they expect me to Scary Face myself? We got 3 turns of light screen. Let's do it. We're going to Behemoth Blade into Calyrex. We're going to Scary Face our own Zacian. Torkoal's still going to go faster than me, but what I could try to do is see where I am. Oh yeah, that was... Ooh, Calyrex is still faster. Or slower, yeah. But that said, with the light screen, we took that no problem. So we'll get rid of Calyrex. And that just leaves Torkoal. Which, I think we can double into Torkoal here. I don't think we bother going for another Scary Face into Zacian. Behemoth Blade has the accuracy. Spirit Break is going to do a little bit. It won't hit. And my opponent forfeit. Okay. That's fine with me. That lucked out. I think my opponent might have been able to actually play around that, especially whereas they did have Yawn. But hey, I am okay with that. Good game to my opponent. Okay, we have a Calyrex, Shadow Rider, and Groudon team with Venusaur, Torkoal, Regieleki, and Grimmsnarl. I feel like that last game was against a very similar team. I think Groudon might have been something else, but yeah. Anyways, this is pretty similar to what we just played. So, Ho-Oh looks really good here. We gotta watch out for Groudon, especially if Groudon's got Rockfall, or Rock Slide, or Stone Edge, because you know those things have at least one Rock type move of some sort. I think we can go Grimmsnarl. Yeah, I think Grimmsnarl is okay here. Ho-Oh might not be bad. Because we could always bluff the... Oh, you know what? Maybe we can bring Rillaboom Ho-Oh. Because we can always figure out if they lead Regieleki. And if they don't, well, great. They probably have Trick Room on the Calyrex if they're running Torkoal. We'll bring Zacian. Yeah, Zacian's pretty good into this team. And I think... yeah, I think we'll bring Pheromosa. Just debating on bringing Grimm there, but now we're going to bring Pheromosa instead. Because, you know, Icy Wind, it hits things. Yeah. Icy Wind hits things. We'll do that. That's a good way of looking at that, Choco. We hit things. Okay. So, we got Groudon and Grimm. Okay, that's fine. Not so much for Ho-oh, but... Rillaboom wouldn't be terrible as a max option either. I think we fake out Grimmsnarl, and I think we go... I think we can go Sacred Fire into Groudon. Because at the end of the day, Groudon does not want to be staring down Rillaboom. Because we can fake out Grimm. Rillaboom's faster than Grimm as well, so Grassy Glide would have higher priority. So they're going to max right away. That's probably Rockfall coming. I'm not opposed to it. Zacian's immune to it. Pheromosa doesn't like it, but Pheromosa can deal with it, I guess. Depending on the EVs on this Groudon too, we might be fine with Icy Wind damage. We'll get the Fake Out into Grimm. Do we get the Burn? And are they Lumberry? We got the Burn. Are they Lumberry? They're not, and that's a Max Flare coming my way. Okay. I'm okay with that. Okay. Let's see. We do have Pheromosa and Zacian. So Ho-oh is the main candidate to probably max this game. I think we're going to Airstream into Grimmsnarl. And because we can, we're going to go for a little bit of damage into Groudon. We'll go for the Grassy Glide. Because that's not Lumberry, I'm thinking it's Sitrus. It could be Assault Vest. But I'm thinking it's probably... I think it's probably Sitrus Berry. So we'll try to get some damage, and then this way this covers for if the fact they have Calyrex in the back, we get an Airstream, and we get some speed into us. That's a good amount of damage, all things considered. I wonder if Flare and Airstream would have been enough. That's not enough to KO Grimmsnarl. That's not good. But I'm seeing Spirit Break, maybe? Yeah. There's the Rockfall. We do have the Burn into Groudon, so here's the question. Yeah, we're going to live that no problem because Groudon's burned. I'm assuming Spirit Break into Rillaboom here. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I can bring in Zacian. I could go Behemoth Blade into Groudon, Airstream into Grimm. And then that way, we cover our bases. Zacian gets a speed boost. I'm pretty sure Ho-oh is going to be faster. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I EV this particular, because I have two different Ho-ohs. I have an Assault Vest Ho-oh, and I have this one. I'm pretty sure this one's EV to outspeed Calyrex at +1. But we're going to go for the +2 just to be on the safe side anyways. We'll get speed into Zacian and more speed into Ho-oh, and then that way we definitely have our bases covered if Calyrex is there. And I want to keep the Sand, because if Calyrex is Focus Sashed... Oh, what am I getting? Lagging Tail. Okay. Surprise, surprise. That's fine, because Zacian now has speed. We're still hitting Groudon, because we were going to be faster than Groudon anyways. I don't like that they took my safety goggles, but it is what it is. Ho-oh has good special defense. Yeah, we get rid of Groudon here. I was more worried about a Thunder Wave. I'm gonna be slower, but hey, at least it's a guaranteed speed drop without the risk of losing my turn completely that Thunder Wave would have caused. So I'm fine with that. Now, do I want to bring... There is the Calyrex, which I'm okay with, because we have the speed. Regieleki, I don't know how I feel about you. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Regieleki. I think we go for an Airstream. We go for Calyrex, maybe, with Ho-oh. I think Electro Orb comes my way. Yeah, I think Electro Orb maybe comes my way. But I think we Sacred Sword a Lucky, and we Airstream, and then that way that cancels out Electro Web. Ho-oh is going to be slower too, that's the other thing. Oh, okay, no Focus Sash on the Lucky, nice. Okay, so that makes me think Calyrex has it. That crit on Zacian's a bit scary, but I'm fine with that. We get our Airstream. Not enough to bring it down to a sash if it was sashed, but that's fine. Zacian's got the speed. We have sand in our favor. Realistically, all we probably have to do is outlast 2 turns, and sand will just take it out in general. So I think we're fine. That Sacred Fire Burn turn 1 was massive. I mean, after all, we had to level Rockfall. But yeah, we're in a pretty good position here. I'm going to protect Ho-oh just because. And I'm going to Behemoth Blade into Calyrex. And then that way, if they go for Protect with Calyrex, which they didn't, I was going to say we'd be fine. Because then that way I don't lose 2 of them, and then I have to worry about Pheromosa. So, we're going to get it with Zacian. That's all that matters to me. Yeah, anyways, Sacred Fire, like I was saying, that was really big that we got the burn on Groudon. Especially because they weren't Lumberry. And like I said in the intro, too, I was worried about Groudon, so hey, it worked out in my favor. That said, it could have gone either way, because Sacred Fire, not guaranteed, chance to burn. That trick could have been very bad, too, if we hadn't already built up speed. So I did get very lucky there. I do like to think I played cautiously, but all the more to keep in mind. So anyways, good game to my opponent. Okay, we have a Palkia team with Zacian, Amoonguss, Thundurus, Landorus, and Incineroar. So 2 things that really like Intimidate to spam into me. Not good for Ho-oh or Zacian. That said, Pheromosa is not looking bad here. And no, it is not. I don't know how I feel about Rotom, though, because of the redirection off of Amoonguss. That said, I think Pheromosa looks very nice. We can maybe go... it all depends on if they lead Incineroar. Because if they lead Incineroar, that could be a problem. Because if they Airstream Pheromosa, that's pretty much game over. For Pheromosa, at least. We'll bring Grim in the back. I think we'll bring Ho-oh as our max candidate. Because what I'm thinking is, we can get Screams with Grim. Pheromosa can provide coaching support. What I would love to do if they don't lead Landorus. Worst lead for me right now that I can think of is Landorus and Incineroar to double intimidate me. Because at least I can boost with coaching to undo 1 attack drop. Because Zacian's already guaranteed an attack boost, right? So getting that defense boost and getting a +2 into attack would be very nice. Amoonguss and Landorus. Okay, so that's not the end of the world, because I can Icy Wind. I can Icy Wind Behemoth Blade, and that'll break any potential Focus Sashes. And then that way, too, we still hit the spread move. Because I want to get that Amoonguss off the field. That Amoonguss is nasty for a lot of reasons. Mainly Rage Powder, mainly Spore. I'm thinking Behemoth Blade doubles on Dynamax if they don't Rage Powder and they go for Spore instead. I want to hit this Behemoth Blade into Landorus. Now, what could be really nasty is if they just switch out one of these into Incineroar and lower me down even more. But, silver lining, if they have Incineroar, that means they only have one restricted, and that's either Zacian or Palkia. Landorus is a very solid max option, so I wouldn't be surprised if maybe it's Zacian in the back if they decided to only bring one restricted in favor of Incineroar. Okay, so they are going to max Landorus. That's fine. I don't think I take a Max Quake, but Landorus does not like the speed drop off of Icy Wind. And if they opt for Airstream, well, basically, they just cancel out my speed drop in their Airstream. Yeah, so there's Rage Powder, that's fine. We're going to get Amoonguss, which I would much rather prefer. Because we have Ho-oh. Ho-oh can get a coaching boost if Pheromosa survives. The question is what does Landorus want to do? If they Rockfall into Pheromosa too, that could... Ooh, that's a bulky Amoonguss. Okay. But I am neutral. Airstream, that's fine. They just cancel out the speed drop. So, we can Icy Wind again. Keep their speed in check. And we can go for the Behemoth Blade into Landorus. Because they let Zacian live. I don't think that's for the best. But, I'll take it. It's pretty good for me, because I get to keep my Zacian. Because all I have to do is switch Zacian out and switch it back in, and I get Intrepid Sword back. And plus, we're at neutral. It's not like we're at -1. And with the amount of damage I did to Amoonguss, Icy Wind should be nice. Yeah, they're going to Rage Powder again. I'm fine with that. Because we're going to still get damage on both of them. That was a crit on Amoonguss. That's nice. We actually pick up a KO into it, which means Pheromosa is technically going to get a speed boost. Behemoth Blade does double as well on a max candidate. So here we go. Or I shouldn't say candidate, max mon. Yeah. So anyways, their max is gone. We have 1 HP on Pheromosa. That's fine. Calyrex could be bad. No, wait, they don't have Calyrex. They have Zacian and Palkia. Okay. So there's Zacian. Do they bring Incineroar, or did they bring Palkia? They brought Palkia. Okay, nice. Okay. So... I think I want to go Coaching into Zacian. And I want to go Play Rough into Palkia. And my opponent forfeit. Okay. Oh, didn't even hit the field. I'm more than okay with that. I don't know if I would necessarily have canceled there, but hey, it is what it is. I will gladly take that win. What I could have saw is if my opponent had... So, if they had Assault Vest on Palkia, they could have had a couple of attacking options there, no Protect. If they had Protect on Palkia, they could have protected into their Palkia. I would have wasted my Play Rough. The Zacian could have hit mine, still done a lot of damage because it was at +1. All they would have had to do is get rid of Pheromosa, and then I couldn't boost with Coaching. But that's why I also wanted to go for Palkia, because if I got rid of Palkia, my max Ho-Oh would have been able to handle Zacian no problem. In theory. I think this thing can get Wild Charge. You never see it, but I think it does get it. But anyways, good game to my opponent. You guys, thank you so much for watching today's Ho-Oh and Zacian team in action. Surprisingly, it actually didn't do as bad as I thought it was when I filmed the intro here. Aside from one practice match where I got wrecked by Ally Switch and Water Spout shenanigans, it went good. We went 3-0. I think, though, all things considered, this team could be a lot stronger just because we only brought 5 out of the 6 mons and it could just be because of the 3 matches, like the way it boiled down. But at no point did I really think, oh, Rotom looks really, really good here. So I'm thinking Rotom might have to switch out with something if I want to use this team in the future. That said, we did run into some fake out tech as well off of Grimmsnarl that ruined Pheromosa in match 1. We didn't really go over coaching often, and that was kind of the whole point of building this team, because coaching is one of my favorite moves. It's basically a free bulk up for your partner. You know, stuff like Ho-Oh and Zacian really appreciate it. I mean, Zacian's stupidly strong to begin with, but anyways, you get the idea. That said, we had 3 rather good matches, all things considered. I'm very happy with how Ho-Oh played out in Game 2. We got the Sacred Fire Burn onto Groudon. We provided a lot of Airstream boosts into Zacian, and Zacian got to just steamroll everything. And we did have Pheromosa in the back for that, and I was planning on bringing Pheromosa if the opportunity presented itself. And then same idea with Game 3. Pheromosa did hit the field, and we were going to... I mean, Pheromosa was part of the lead. And Pheromosa just really messed with my opponent. That crit on Amoonguss with Icy Wind was nice, because there might have been a chance that might not have KO'd, but at the same time, it was very nice that it did. It also wore down Landorus really nicely, which is something that you gotta keep in mind too, because, you know, 4 times weakness plus speed drops, very nice. Yeah, and other than that, that's mainly what I got. Basically, the team could be a little bit better, but hey, I had fun with it today. I'm very happy with it. I will see you guys next time on my campaign to entertain.